that beat.
Alright, what's good YouTube? We're back. Today I'm going to show you guys how I make 22G Faye, Lil Maru, like that slower, darker, emotional, vocal, uh, type of West Coast type beat. These you want to go a little slower. Usually like shoreline we'll do like a 95 to 105. This one we do mostly like 90 to 95, a little slower tempo. This one's at 92. First thing we have is Hive. This is like an underrated plugin right here. Yeah, the preset warble pad. It's just like an ambient pad right here under pads and strings. This is like one of my favorite presets for these type of beats. Let me play it for you guys real quick. Basically what we're doing here is a B minor scale. So we do B minor, and then we also take this note right here and then just pitch it up an octave. It just gives the chord like a real nice like sound, I would say. Makes it sound more like, I don't know, more ambient, but also more open. And then basically we do this and then just put it up 5. Then we get this chord progression right here. This is one of my favorite chord progressions for this type of style right here. Let me play the pattern for you guys. So that already gives us like that ambient, kind of like chill, mysterious vibe already. As far as the mixing goes, I just put a EQ, taking out some of the highs and some of the lows. And then just a little bit of vintage verb here. I guess I did also stereo separate it and put it a little bit to the left. So once we already have that, next up we have expand, big soft springs. Pretty much just playing the root notes of each chord. So we got B and then E. This is kind of just like a layer. Give it just a layer on top to give it a little more. I feel like strings always make it a little more epic. Gives it a little more texture. Let me play it with playing it with the chords. Okay, so we have that. For the mixing on that one, a little bit of EQ and a little bit of reverb. Next up, we have an arcade vocal. Scared to Lose You on the hooked, B minor. You put it in key right there. And then just try to get like a vocal phrase that would like sound good. I got this one right here. And what I like to do is just keep it real simple. I like to actually add this right here, so it gives it like a little extra bounce, like you'll see right now. Let's just play these 3 together. Like when you add this little extra note right here, it kind of gives it like a chopped, or like kind of makes it a little more like chopped. Gives it a little more bounce, I think. It's like you know, that's probably really bad. All right, and then for the mixing, usually most of the vocals I like to just cut out the lows, cut out the highs, add some reverb. I like to turn the dry down, turn the wet up, kind of give it more in the background. A little bit of ping pong delay, and a little bit of pancake. Turn down the mix to just kind of like go left and right, and then a little stereo separation a little bit to the right. And then that we pretty much already have the main vibe. Next, I like to add a piano just to kind of layer with the pad. Just the Premier Grand SRX piano. This is like the default piano it comes with. Basically, I just use the same chords as the pad, and then I just added like a little top line. That's how this sounds. Just to add another layer, and the top notes will add a little more bounce as well. And as far as I've been using this compressor a lot on my pianos. They dropped it for free. It's a pretty good compressor. Just kind of just evens out the sound, makes it a little more present in the mix. Then we take out the lows, boosted a little bit of the high mids right here, a little bit of reverb, and I've been using this as a delay lately, like Echo Boy. You just put it on fourth, turn down the mix, turn up the feed, turn up the cuts, and then after that we just have this like bassline from Purity. Always use this one for these type of beats, the Synth Bass 1. This one always sounds good. And then we're just doing the basic 3 count, but I kind of made this note a little longer. I feel like when you make the notes different lengths on the bass, it adds a little more bounce. And then we did like a double hit right here. Then we went up, and then we do the E. I'll just let you guys hear it. Alright, as far as the mixing goes, I just put a fruity wave shaper. This just gives it a little more oomph. It's like a stock plugin that just kind of like boosts up your basses or makes everything like a little more saturated, I would say. Just turned it up just a little bit right there to give it a little more oomph. And I think that's it for the melodic stuff. After that, we just get into the drums. Just a deep crash on the one. Okay, we got the crash, and then we add a stomp. Then we add the lasers. Lasers just give this one so much bounce. I did add like a little bit of reverb on the lasers. I'm not sure why. I just added a little bit. Make it a little more ambient. Next up, go right here actually. These I like to use a snap more often than a clap. So slap makes it more, I think that snap makes it more just ambient. Another tip, I never used to do this, but I think it adds a lot more bounce, is if you just take out that last snap right here, it makes like makes it so it's not so repetitive, and then also it just makes it so like the transition's like a little smoother, like listen to it. Makes it so like that last snap doesn't really get in the way, and then it kind of gives like the stomp and the lasers like its own like place to really shine for the transition, you know what I mean? So yeah, I've been doing that. Do that every like 4 to 8 bars at the end. Makes the transition smoother in my opinion. Gives it more room and breathe. Next on these, I like to add like shakers or like little bongos. Just to add more extra bounce. Just try to find the pockets. Oops. It just has a nice little bounce, so it's not too empty. Next, we added this little triangle here. And then last, we got this egg shaker. Oops. This is just kind of like the bongo, just try to find the pockets, and it adds a little bit of bounce. Probably could have messed with the velocities too here to add more variety or variation and bounce. And then after that, we pretty much just have the kick and the 808. The kicks on these, you want to make them pretty spaced out. I can find it. Here we go. Dior kick. There you go. You don't want to do too much with the kick, but then you also want the kick to be bouncy. And then last thing, we got the just add a little triangle riser. This one's really loud, so you have to make sure you turn it down. But like a triangle riser, like every 8 bars. Just adds a nice transition. And then the 808, we're just following the root notes, so then B, and then it goes up to E. And it's basically just following the kick pattern. Take a listen. And then as far as the 808, you don't want to do too much to it. Just keep it like how it is. Cut itself. Throw a soft clipper on the master. And don't do anything to it as like that. Just make sure it's mono right here. Same with the kick. Just make sure it's mono. Then you just throw your tag in there. That's pretty much it. I also threw the OTT. It's like a multi-band compressor. I just throw it on sometimes. You want to make it sure it's like real low though. Like turn down the depth, turn down these two right here. And it kind of just like glues everything together on the master. So that's pretty much it. If you guys want more of this style, let me know in the comments. Or we could do more like shoreline mafia style. Any type of West Coast style, I could break down for you guys. And yeah. As far as the arrangement goes, this one just kind of has like a slower build up, and then it goes into like the verse right away. And I would say like, I guess it would go. This one goes like verse first, and then hook, and then verse. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know down below. And yeah, appreciate you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys learned some. If you guys have any requests or anything, just let me know in the comments, and I'll catch up with you guys next time. All right, GG's. I mean, peace.